Hi, my name's Gecko. Welcome back to another Mini Motorways video. Let's get started. So we've actually completed all of the maps now. Posted some decent scores throughout. There were some poor ones in the middle. I think Munich and Zurich were particularly disappointing. And then Dubai as well. So they're the only three that haven't got the achievement in Steam for reaching at least 2,000. And each of those was on my first attempt. I think there was one at some point, potentially Tokyo, where I had a bit of an issue. But I tried it again and it went a lot better. So I think that was the only one that I've actually played more than once. Obviously excluding where I've done the daily and weekly challenges, because here we go, like Dubai here, I posted a score of 6,600 on the weekly challenge. I think that was actually some pretty helpful things. Yeah, okay, so you start off with lots of motorways. That's probably why I did so well. But there we go, on Munich, this one was pretty much the same. It just meant that we're only limited to 2 bridges. And I got, 1,000 or so on my first attempt on it. But on the daily challenge, where you're actually more limited, I got a score of 3,000. So I know I can do better. But we're going to give Los Angeles a go. We're effectively going to go back through the maps and try and improve on our scores throughout. Los Angeles, I think, is one of the most easy maps. So we should really improve on that score, having played a lot more. This is my first ever game of Mini Motorways, so when I gave this one a go. So we'll see how we get on this time. We're going to make it a little bit different, maybe change up the colour scheme. What's the difference between these two? Not entirely sure. Or is it just to make them all look the same? We're going to change it up. We're going to do dark mode Los Angeles today. Bit of a higher pitch music. Maybe I'm going to regret this. I'm going to turn the volume down for me personally. What do we start with? Do we start with anything? We do start with a bridge. Alright. And we are, as always, going to hit that fast forward. So it actually counts it. I've never really taken notice of this. It actually counts the journey when you actually do the pickup. It goes dink, and that's when you get it. So it doesn't even have to get all the way back home in order for you to actually get the point for that as such. Let's get that up. Tires. Okay. Just want to hug the shoreline there instead. We'll see what the end of the week brings. Roundabout or a bridge. Okay, we have got a spare bridge. We'll go for a roundabout for now. Oh wait, no, we haven't got a spare bridge. For some reason I thought there was one there. That's my mistake. Well, let's hope that doesn't cost us. Oh, that wasn't very considerate. We could potentially stick a roundabout in here. So we are going to face the consequence of not having chosen a bridge. Okay, well, this is going to be fun. Of course, we can sort this all out shortly when we get another bridge, or if we get a motorway, we'll be able to do all of that. At this early stage, it doesn't matter too much if you make a mistake like that. Late game, okay, or anything after about 1,000, like 1,500 points. I think anything after that is when you start getting issues. Let's sort this out now. In fact, actually, let's point you guys the same way. We'll remove that and that. And that. Alright, and just as quickly as we remove it, I think we're going to need to use them again. So what we'll do is we'll get this one, we'll get these guys to go here. Go down. Good even, actually. Do that. Just one less junction to contend with. That's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. Oh, this guy can go on there. Motorway or traffic lights? I wonder which we're going to pick. Okay, so here we could actually get this segregated again by having these two reds on a motorway down here, and then these blues can go up underneath, which is probably what I'm going to do. The alternative was to get these reds across to this one, but I think this is just a lot cleaner. Now, obviously I could have done all that without pausing, but I'm sure that as I went to do that, a bit of road that I was going to place on probably would have been taken up by another house. So I'm trying to get into the habit of pausing at times like that, where something might spawn in a horrible place to block what I'm trying to do. Okay, these are all coping okay at the moment. Not ideal still with the reds. Yeah, I'm hoping that I'm going to get some reds spawn on this side of the map. I haven't got a spare bridge or motorway, so if things start spawning over here, I could be in a little bit more trouble. I think we send let's go down here and around, and we're going to send you here for now. And what we could do is we could send these reds around the coast. I'll take the roundabout. In fact, that's maybe what I do. Maybe wait for that bridge to come back. Send these reds around the coast. Can I squeeze them through there? Yep, I can squeeze them through there. Get that motorway back then. So 2, 2, and 1. These yellows can effectively go across here. Best to fix things like that early whilst we've got very few pickups required. So let's see this guy give us about the bridge. Thank you very much. Could do with another red spawning, preferably over by this guy. So things seem to have sorted themselves out for now. I'm expecting another red house to spawn, or another yellow building, I think. It's a little bit odd that we've got 3 red buildings and only 5 houses to satisfy them. Whereas we've only got 2 buildings, granted one of them is a circle building. And we've got, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to satisfy them. So it's again just pausing to make sure nothing spawned in the way of the route. We're going to do that. You can always reclaim those road tiles because I think that will be catered for okay. And we'll take a bridge. Motorway, sorry. Motorway is always preferable over a bridge. Oh, that scuppers that, doesn't it? Right. Can get up and around. Got lots of reds here now. How do I handle this, do we think? So we've only got 2 reds going down here at the moment, and we've got, what, 5 reds going to this real short distance. We'll see if we do start needing more than just these 2. Looks like we probably will. There's no one at home, and another one comes in, he's got to go straight back out. But we do need a motorway. I'll stick it here actually. Do need a motorway for these guys. This is getting worse and worse, really, isn't it? So the traffic lights on this occasion. So we've got 6 going the short journey. Maybe we need to, we need to grab 3 of them and get them to come across. However, we're not going to be able to do that. Without either the world's shortest motorway, just to do a flyover. No, we can't even do that. I was thinking we could get them to go onto the roundabout, but we've then got to go across the light blues as well. So potentially what we do. Get them to join, that's the question. There, I think. Traffic light. that and that. Or do we come up, do that, and then we can have, oops, we can have a traffic light where these two join. And then we use a roundabout for these lot. So the decision between traffic lights and roundabouts these days are a lot harder. So since they buffed, actually I will leave that there. Since they buffed obviously the traffic lights, they are a lot more useful. Reds now, but not a great deal of use for them at the moment. Probably go for a roundabout here. In fact, actually, do that. Got 3 going up. I think we've stopped expanding outwards as well. Okay, we are going to need to get some more dark blues on. We've only got these 2 and then 2 solo ones. Not really a lot I can do. I mean, if I had a spare bridge, I could scoot all the way around the outside. Let me just sort that out, because otherwise that's going to bother me. What can I do here? Greens are fine, so I don't need to worry about those. Reds are fine, really, so I don't need to worry about those. Just dark blues. I think we just hold tight and see if we get any more spawns. I think they're all going to spawn up here, aren't they? I haven't got any means of getting them across there at the moment. Without them completely crossing over this. That is maybe what I need to do, even if it's just temporary. Nope, don't want that. There we go. Okay, cool. We can fit it there. So what we're going to do, all you 3 are going to come down. In fact, you're all going to point to the same tile, and then you're going to come down. And you're going to join on there as well. Sort that out with a motorway potentially at some point. When we get to the point where we have a spare motorway, we'll sort that out. As it stands, I'm not too worried. space there for a roundabout. Traffic lights, bridge. These guys aren't happy. And this isn't going to work too well either. It's not going well. It's coping. If either of those upgrade, we're going to be in trouble. Alright, okay. How can we do this? I can actually, oops. Can we get there? Actually don't need that roundabout anymore. Thinking about it. So I've got more space to play with than I first anticipated. Take a bridge here. Got a few blues have spawned over here, haven't we? The light blues, that is. Got so many light blues going here. We've got 7 of them. We've got enough going up here. Yellows are fine. Greens are having a bit of a problem here, but we can cope. I think these reds are only being fed by 4. This red is only being fed by 5. So we could potentially change things up a little bit there. I think if anywhere needs the motorway now, it's probably going to be these guys, so they can bypass this junction, although there doesn't seem to be any problems there at the moment. All the tooting does seem to be going on up here, but I can. We'll take a motorway. I'm not going to connect that at the moment, it doesn't need it. So we have 2 motorways now. Is it worth doing this? Possibly not. And what we've got out of 8 cars, 6 of them are currently at home. Because these 2 are doing all the work at the moment, or nearly all the work at least. Why is this guy struggling? Well, they do have to join there. Got no choice really. I mean, I could put a second bridge across. Actually, no, I couldn't because there's not enough space. So yeah, they've got no choice but to share destinations, these houses. It shouldn't be a problem, really. Should be coping okay. They seem to be struggling, don't they? It's got 0 houses actually at home, looking at it. I mean, potentially what I do, for the sake of this one house here, and get these two involved over here. In fact, that's potentially what I do. These are struggling now. Just to point out that all of the dark blues are just sitting at home doing nothing. Like I said, I've got 3 motorways, so it is time, I think. I think it is time to do this. We'll get them to join here. Do you have space for a roundabout? No, not really. What if I hadn't put that down yet? Yes, I do. Okay. Is that going to bypass? Potentially. Maybe that'll fix it. If it doesn't, then we'll... But actually, we can bypass that because we can have the motorway come onto here. So that can go there. Means we can. Oops. Means we can get rid of this exit. Blues are a little bit better taken care of. This red can jump onto there. Everyone's a little bit happier, I think. Yeah, I think so. Some beeping down here. Dark blues are really struggling. There's only one destination. What are they all doing? I need 2 bridges to do that, don't I? Yep. Doesn't quite scoot around the outside. It's a nice idea whilst it lasted. Cause too much of a problem if I scoot this guy onto here and then off. Probably. Not gonna risk it. The reds are now struggling. That's because they do only have 4. These guys have what, 6 to get there? I wonder how this will go if I was to do that. There we go. Right, I'm tempted to do a big shuffle here of things to get what these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go here. Seven, 8 are going to go that short distance, and these ones are all going to go these 4 are going to go here, as well as this guy. Do I keep the... Maybe I keep the roundabout there, actually. Nope, I can't put it back. Can I put it back? No, I cannot. That's okay. Right, so now I've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going across 9, 10 on a junction there. Five going to the square. All these lot going to this circle. And then that scatters things. Immediately. Right, well, let's do without you for now then. That's a bit unfortunate, actually, thinking about it. Can I do that? It's the least ideal motorway ever. Because I'd want to get these involved ideally, but they've been struggling over here, to be honest. So this is how it's going to have to be for now. These yellows really need to pull their fingers out. Come on, yellows. Motorway and think. See, even that's not coping too well, to be honest. So that has to stay on there. Maybe what, 1, 2, 3, 4 goes to the nearest one, and then the rest on a motorway. How many does that give us for the circle building? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be plenty, really, shouldn't it? It's just whether these are going to survive. So I've seen this before, the tinkering just happens too late. Oh, he was there, he was there. That was terrible. Okay, so 2, 3, 2, 5. Was that even as good as my first attempt on this? Let's take a look. 2325. It was better than my previous score. I can't remember exactly what my previous score was, but you'll see it at the start of the video. It was over 2000. So there was an improvement, but a little bit too late with the tinkering, I think. I got that motorway, and maybe I should have used one of my 3 that I had earlier to sort that out a long time ago. I really thought that roundabout would really cope for those 2 destinations, but that just goes to show how powerful it is, and what the necessity is to keep your suburbs and destinations like completely isolated from each other. Even on the same colour, those roundabouts just don't really do the trick when you've got that amount of traffic that needs to go through them. It just needs to be completely isolated. But yeah, at least it was an improvement. I was hoping for a much bigger score, to be honest. I mean, when you look at some of the scores that I've managed to do, over 4,000 on some of the maps that are arguably harder. Yeah, a bit disappointing. But we go again. Our next one is going to be Beijing, so we'll give that a go, and yeah, we'll see how we get on. But thanks very much for joining me. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button if you can, and I'll see you next time for some more Mini Motorways.